Hey everyone, it's your local emergency manager, and I recently finished this book, Light and Leaven, by Bishop Joseph Strickland. I've always been a big fan of Joseph Strickland. Pretty much everything he stands for, I also stand for. And I wish that I could meet the man and shake his hand, because I'm a huge fan, and he's a big hero of mine. And after reading this novel, I really cemented that into a fact that I completely agree with everything he teaches. Every chapter of this book, I was like, yep, I agree. Yep, I agree. And there was very few things I did not agree with. Whenever there was something I didn't agree with, he would then explain why he felt that way. And then after he explained it, I kind of realized, you know, I agree. I feel that way too. I don't know why I didn't feel that way initially, but you're right. That's the way things are supposed to be. And there's so many things. Gosh, I can't even go into how perfect this book is. I especially liked when he talked about the traditional Latin Mass. I grew up in the Novus Ordo myself, baptized into it, confirmed into it. I just discovered the traditional Latin Mass about 2 years ago, and I've been in love with it ever since. And I really just agreed with everything that Bishop Strickland said about it. The Latin Mass should not be limited. The Latin Mass is a very real tradition in the church. It should be seen as equal to the Novus Ordo, and it should not be stomped out. The Latin Mass is something that's very beautiful. It is not hurting the church. If you want to go to a Latin Mass parish, if you want to go to traditional Latin Mass, you should be able to. If anything, I believe, modernism is hurting the church. We're getting rid of a lot of our Gothic architecture, a lot of our old traditions, and the traditional Latin Mass is something that's very traditional, very old. My great-grandparents attended the traditional Latin Mass. Even my grandfather, until he was, I believe 19 or 20, is whenever the new order was put in place. And I just agreed with everything that this book had to say about Christianity, about how to be a good Catholic, just everything. I should have created some bullets for this video, because I figured that if I created bullets, it would be an endless list. I mean, even things he talked about the spiritual world. The spiritual world is something that's not taught as much in the Novus Ordo. A lot of my family members don't completely believe in it. It's something that I strongly believe in. I really think that we should bring back teaching the spiritual world in the Novus Ordo. The spiritual world is something that St. Padre Pio talked about, something that St. Don Bosco talked about. The spiritual world is something that's very real in the church, and something that's very real in the world. Now I would like to show you a little speech I prepared talking about this book. So here's what I wrote about this book. I really think it sums up my feelings about this book. So, Light and Leaven by Bishop Joseph Strickland is a remarkable nonfiction religious novel that I consider the greatest I have read thus far. The book captivates me with its profound insights and thought-provoking ideas. As a reader who often encounters differing viewpoints, it is rare for me to agree with 99.99% of this book's content. Bishop Strickland's work has truly left a profound impact on me. From the moment I discovered Bishop Joseph Strickland a few years ago, I have been an admirer and follower of his teachings. His ability to articulate complex religious concepts with clarity and conviction is truly commendable. In Light and Leaven, Bishop Strickland continues to showcase his wisdom and deep understanding of the faith. The book is a treasure trove of spiritual knowledge and guidance, providing insights into various aspects of religious life. Bishop Strickland's writing style is engaging and accessible, making complex theological concepts relatable to readers of all backgrounds. I found myself drawn into his words, contemplating the profound truths he presents. Bishop Strickland's unwavering commitment to the teachings of the church is evident throughout this book. His fidelity to the gospel and his dedication to preserving the truths of the faith are inspiring. In a world that often seeks to dilute or redefine religious principles, Bishop Strickland boldly stands for the timeless teachings of the church. The impact of Bishop Strickland's work extends beyond the confines of the church. His insights and perspectives resonate with the needs of the world at large. Through Light and Leaven, he sheds light on the significance of faith, hope, and love in a world that often feels disconnected from spiritual truths. Personally, I aspire to meet Bishop Strickland one day and have the privilege of shaking his hand and obtaining his autograph. His steadfast commitment to the church and his unwavering dedication to upholding its teachings make him an incredible figure. Bishop Strickland is a true embodiment of what the church and the world need today. In conclusion, Light and Leaven is a profound and enlightening nonfiction religious novel that has left a lasting impression on me. Bishop Joseph Strickland's ability to articulate complex theological concepts with clarity and his unwavering commitment to the truths of the faith make this book a valuable resource for those seeking spiritual guidance. I highly recommend it, and I am grateful for Bishop Strickland's contributions to the church and the world. May God continue to bless him and his ministry. And I believe that sums up everything I have to say about this novel. Thank you so much for watching.